The British supermarket chain Waitrose has had to apologise after some customers took offence at one of its products. Part of its confectionery range, a product called a trio of Easter ducklings, 3 chocolates shaped like rubber ducks, 1 milk chocolate, 1 white chocolate and 1 dark chocolate. Crucially though, the dark chocolate one was also decorated with yellow icing or frosting if you're from America to make it look somewhat dishevelled. And these ducklings all had names. The milk chocolate one was called Crispy, as in crispy duck. The white chocolate was Fluffy and the dark chocolate was called Ugly. And it transpires that a few customers saw this product and went, the dark brown ones being called Ugly, that's racist! And the inevitable Twitter storm ensued. Now I will say 2 things. Firstly, if you look at chocolate and think that is a subtle hierarchy of race relations in the UK, you're probably harbouring a lot more fucking racism than you are currently aware of. Secondly, if you are offended by stuff like this, just fuck off! Fuck off and fucking die, you woke millennial snowflake, libtard, where's my safe space, gender non-binary, transgender bathrooms, cunt! It's fucking chocolate! And the reason that a dark brown, dishevelled looking duckling would be called Ugly is clearly a fucking reference to The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. And if you don't know who he was, your parents did a shit job bringing you up. A summary of the story of The Ugly Duckling is it's about a barnyard bird who is ostracised and ridiculed because he has brown stubby feathers, not yellow fluffy ones like the other ducklings. But it transpires that he's actually a cygnet and he grows to be a beautiful swan who is the envy of all the fucking birds in the farmyard. Now there are a couple of plot holes in that I know, like how did a swan's egg get mixed in with the duck eggs, how the fuck a duck managed to hatch it, and why it is ducklings feel compelled to pick on something 5 times their fucking size. But it's a story of hope, of triumph over adversity. And I was going to say this on Twitter to join into the argument myself, but I thought I can't. Because it's a story about a brown cygnet that grows into a white swan and he's only respected when he's white. Now I'm sorry, that's just how fucking swans work. There's nothing race related about it. I'm thinking on this, which is more likely? Did Hans Christian Andersen, a devout Christian, write a story about hope, about no matter how bad things are, you still have potential to thrive? Or did he sit there and think, if I write this story, in 174 years' time, it could be picked up by a British supermarket for a mildly racist campaign? And what's worse about this is I went through every comment on Twitter, and guess what? Almost everyone who's offended by it is fucking white. There aren't any black people on there complaining about it. There are a few Asians, but when I looked at their profiles, they're the ones who they're a bit Islamy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this is white people speaking up for black people when black people haven't asked them to. And for me, that is so condescending and so fucking racist, it's off the scale. I mean, what's next? Although, sorry, there was one great comment from a black man who commented, I just bought some Waitrose double cream, feels a bit like white supremacy. It's getting fucking daft. It's chocolate ducks. What's next? If someone asks me how I want my coffee and I say white, are they going to accuse me of owning a fucking cotton plantation?